This actually is very much St Anne's Court. Can't get very far. It's definitely worth a share with you all. Let's see what we can see. Because this part of the street was built, this top part, Wharf Street, was built in 1791, I believe. I think maybe part of Old Cawsey. It's now Sowerby Bridge Wharf. Now Old Cawsey was the original street that ran through Sowerby Bridge, like the main thoroughfare, until they built Wharf Street, which is just up there. But you see, I was out with Doug the other day and I got to pondering and thinking about this Old Cawsey. If it was the oldest street, the original street through Sowerby Bridge, it's quite interesting. So then brain gets ticking away. But this apparently, supposedly, is the oldest building in Sowerby Bridge, and it's dates back to the early 1500s. And it got me to thinking, behind me is this Old Cawsey, this street through Sowerby Bridge. All this road goes from way on there where this video started, and it would have gone on here. Now, these gates in front, just behind this skip, I think that was part of the original road. So you'd have gone wandering on, and you'd eventually come out to Sowerby Bridge, probably Sowerby Bridge town centre. But since it were built, well, they developed a hell of a lot. For instance, since those times, we've now got Sowerby Bridge Wharf. And this wasn't always canal, wharf, basin. Was this area where the original town of Sowerby Bridge stood? Or at least the market where they'd all meet and trade? Makes sense. That street's just there. It's beyond those greenhouses just there. And then the fence that we walked up to, well, don't forget the street would have come through here. It would have gone on there and round the side. But like I say, they've since put the canal in. So you'd have just been able to walk straight through from there, kind of there where the dog is going. Now, would it have walked through there, past St Anne's Court? Would it also have gone this way? Now, this building here used to be a pub called the Jolly Sailor that closed down just before World War II. As we walk on here, on this Old Causeway, it gets quite interesting, or at least I think it does. These houses, these buildings, I walk back onto what is now Wharf Street. And it gets better, for those that don't know. I'm going to be heading towards that mill there, which is Carlton Mill. And I'm going to dare say that this, where we're going now, goes through these mills, is all part of the same one route. Now this is quite something. So yeah, you'd have just walked through, come this way, and then you'd have come to work in these mills. Who knows? Maybe he came from the farm, maybe he came to buy or sell or trade. As this mill enclosure were built, and they wanted people to have a more open, accessible way, and they built up there, as I say, Wharf Street. Now I am told, I'm just about here where this wall is, the tall ivy on it, by a bloke from work called Nigel. There was a mill here called Longbottom Mill, so I can imagine that would have probably joined up to that building there. There's Wharf Street as it stands now. We've come from up there. We're now going to go on here a little bit, just for a short wander. Again, still part of this old causeway, the original way through Sowerby Bridge. And I'll keep mentioning it, but yeah. So through this little gap here, through more old mills, and eventually we come out just about here, a little further through there, through that red building. So it's all eateries and a bar and a cycle shop. as we walk on up, walking through, and we'll come to what is now Wharf Street. So I'm not sure what used to be where Wharf Street is. Was it just mowed grass, bit of a hill, bottom of a mountain? And you will come out just here. Now, pretty much in front of us you've got Hollins Mill Lane, and this road we can see here is Wharf Street. Now this set of buildings to the left, there's like a white van in the middle. That's a place called Town Hall Street. So did that somehow used to connect to this old roadway here.